We have these words, Baruch haba b'shem Adonai. They're Hebrew words. If you translate them literally from the biblical text, they say, please turn off your cell phones and make sure the ringers are off so we don't interrupt the ceremony. I think that's the literal translation. We come here to this moment of celebration and commitment. It's a celebration because we're in the presence of two people who love each other deeply. And we call it a commitment because today Diana and Shawn are affirming their love to one another in a covenant which they will continue in a lifelong relationship. At this moment of celebration and commitment, we rejoice for them and with them. It is said that in marriage, we give ourselves freely and generously into the hands of the ones we love. And in doing so, each of us receives back then the love and the trust of the other as our most precious gift. But even as that love is shared between two people, we also know that it touches a wider circle of family and friends who in many ways support and contribute to your relationship. So all of us gathered here today in person and online, we are part of Shawn and Diana's community. Each of us has played some part in bringing them to this moment. That is why we gather as a community. Because they're not only proclaiming their love to one another, but they're doing it out loud, in public, before us. And in doing so, we become witnesses to their commitment. As we stand here today under this wedding canopy, in Hebrew it's called a chuppah, this is beautiful, we recognize that it's a symbol for the home that the two of you share together. And as we stand under this chuppah, we notice three elements. Number one, we know that symbolically it provides shelter. May your home continue to be a place of shelter and safety and warmth. Second, we notice that the two of you are standing together. May the two of you always stand together in times of need as well as in times of joy. And the third thing we notice is that it actually has no permanent walls. The author Tom Mullen once wrote that marriage, as its veterans know well, is the continuous process of getting used to things you had not expected. May the two of you be open to one another and any challenges you may endure. At this moment, we take a cup of wine, recognizing it as a symbol of your cup of life. In a moment, you're going to share it and symbolically agreeing to share all that your future may bring together. May you be united by the joys you taste together and strengthened by the burdens you bear together. The blessing I'll first read in Hebrew and then English. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen. We thank you, source of creation, who causes the fruit of the vine to grow. Go have a sip. And we take a moment to honor the source of all creation, God, who brought us together at this moment. In Hebrew and then in English, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'echianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. We bless you, God, who has kept us and sustained us and brought us to this season, this time of joy, of love, and of peace. I just want to take a moment, how beautiful this is. When it all started, let's take a breath. We didn't even hire the birds. They come, that chirping is free. It's an honor to be here this afternoon as part of the ceremony for Diana and Shawn. My name is Neil Katz. I'm the rabbi at Congregation Beth El in Tyler, Texas, a couple hours down the road. And I am privileged to stand with them at this moment as they begin this next chapter in their lives. And with everyone here, I am deeply honored to witness and celebrate their love. The story of Shawn and Diana began in a way that neither of them could have predicted, with a knock on a door. Diana was working for a construction company, going door to door offering roof inspections, and when she knocked on Shawn's door, and from that first moment, something stood out. Shawn saw her enthusiasm and energy. Diana saw in Shawn something calm and kind and genuine and real. What began as a simple interaction turned into something much more. They stayed in touch, and a project led to more time together. Conversations deepened, Dating happened, and slowly and naturally a relationship began to take shape. Their first date took place at a sushi restaurant, and Diana greeted Shawn with a smile and a warm hello. And over dinner they began to learn more about one another. And then came one of those moments, simple but unforgettable, when Diana asked Shawn, "What are you looking for?" And without hesitation he answered, "You." And for Diana, that moment landed in a much deeper place. She was relatively new to Texas, didn't have much of a support system, was searching for something steady. And in that moment, she had turned to God and asked for someone who would love and respect and protect her and care for her. And not long after that prayer, she met Shawn. And from there, the relationship grew, not just as partners, but as friends. And that matters deeply. The late Dr. Saul Gordon taught that friendship is the most crucial part of any lasting relationship. He taught that marriages that are grounded in true friendship can withstand almost anything that life brings. If two people can rely on their friendship in difficult moments, that, he taught, is what makes a marriage durable. And perhaps the simplest version of his teaching is this, that to be truly happy, we should marry our friends. And that is what Shawn and Diana have found in one another. And so their journey continued, and came the proposal. Simple, intimate, meaningful. Just 2 days after moving into their new home together, Shawn walked into the living room, got down on one knee, and asked Diana to marry him. There, in that space that would be their shared home, he asked her to build a shared life. And in that moment, Diana felt what could only be described as certainty, joy and love and clarity all at once. And of course, she said yes. Shawn, when I asked you what you loved about Diana, you told me that you love her vision, how she sees the world through a lens of possibility and inspires you to dream bigger and reach for more. You said that you love her drive, how she is constantly growing, improving herself, and never giving up, always pushing forward with purpose and determination. And you said you love her for her joy of life, how she approaches new experiences with wonder and excitement, which encourages you to open up and fully embrace those moments. And Diana, when I asked you what you loved about Shawn, you told me that you love his goodness, how he has a genuinely kind heart, cares deeply for others, and supports you while fully accepting you for who you are. You said you love his patience, how he listens and gives you space and meets you with calm and understanding, helping to create a relationship built on trust and healing. And then you said you love his intelligence, how he leads with both strength and thoughtfulness, guiding you and supporting you and bringing you a sense of security and confidence in your life. These are not small things. They are the building blocks of a life together. The two of you have built something strong, something rooted in friendship, strengthened by love, and sustained by respect. May you continue to cherish these qualities, and may your love continue to grow and deepen and renew itself each day. In the biblical book, Song of Songs, we hear the text, which is also on this piece of art, which I'll talk about later. Ani ladodi vadodi li, I am my beloved, and my beloved is mine. May those words continue to guide you in the days and years ahead. Mazel tov, congratulations. So I'm going to ask the two of you to face one another now. I'm going to ask you to offer your vows. I'm going to ask you first, Shawn, if you'll look at Diana and pledge these vows. Do you, Shawn, take Diana to be your wife, promising to love and honor and cherish her, seeking together with her a life dedicated to love and honesty and respect?
I do.
In case it wasn't captured on video, he said he does.
I do.
It's fine. Just want to make sure everyone around.
I do.
I know. And Diana, if you'll stare and look at Shawn and ask you to pledge your vows. Do you, Diana, take Shawn to be your husband, promising to love and honor and cherish him, seeking together with him a life dedicated to love and honesty and respect?
I do.
We continue with the ceremony of rings. Rings serve as a symbol of our constant devotion to one another, because rings are circular and never-ending. They are a sign of everlasting commitment. And in a moment, as you place these rings on one another's fingers, you symbolize your love. So I'm going to give this to you first. You'll place it on Diana's finger. And as you do, repeat phrase by phrase after me. I, Shawn, take you, Diana, to be my wife.
I, Shawn, take you, Diana, to be my wife.
I promise above all else
I promise above all else
to live in truth with you,
to live in truth with you,
to give you my hand and my heart
to give you my hand and my heart
as a sanctuary of warmth and peace,
as a sanctuary of warmth and peace,
and pledge my love,
pledge my love,
my devotion, faith, and honor
my devotion, faith, and honor
as I join my life to yours.
as I join my life to yours.
Beautiful. And if you'll go ahead and take that and place it on Shawn's finger. And as you'll do, you'll respond, place it on his finger and repeat after me phrase by phrase. I, Diana, take you, Shawn, to be my husband.
I, Diana, take you, Shawn, to be my husband.
I promise above all else
I promise above all else
to live in truth with you,
to live in truth with you,
to give you my hand and heart
to give you my hand and heart
as a sanctuary of warmth and peace,
as a sanctuary of warmth and peace,
and pledge my love,
and pledge my love,
my devotion, faith, and honor
my devotion, faith, and honor
as I join my life to yours.
as I join my life to yours.
Remembering that these rings are a token of your union, a symbol of enduring loyalty, may they forever remind you that your lives are bound together in faithfulness. So at this moment, I'm going to share a very traditional part of the Jewish wedding ceremony. It's called the 7 blessings, or in Hebrew, the Sheva Brachot. It's going to be sung all in Hebrew, but I want to talk about what it is before I sing it, because I'm not translating it one by one. First, we're going to have the blessing of the wine again. So at the end, they're going to take another sip of wine. But then as we make our way through the 7 blessings, we bless God for creation. We bless God for creating humanity. We then bless God for creating humanity in God's image. And then it talks about creating this couple and this moment of rejoicing. So they get longer and longer as it goes on. But at this moment of just joy and love, we listen to the 7 blessings and take in this moment. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehakol bara lichvodo. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam yotzer ha'adam. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher yatzar et ha'adam b'tzalmo b'tzelem demuhu tavnito v'hitkin lo mimenu binyan adei ad. Baruch atah Adonai borei ha'adam. Sos tasis v'tagel ha'akara b'kibutz baneha letocha b'simcha. Baruch atah Adonai mesameach Tzion bevaneha. Sameach tesamach re'im ha'ahuvim kisamechacha yitzircha began eden mikedem. Baruch atah Adonai mesameach chatan v'chala. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bara sason v'simcha chatan v'chala. Gila rina ditza v'chedva ahava v'achava v'shalom v'reut mehera Adonai Eloheinu yeshama b'arei Yehuda u'v'chuvotzot Yerushalayim. Kol sason v'kol simcha kol chatan v'kol kala kol metzilot chatanim mechupatam une'arim imishtene nignatam. Baruch atah Adonai mesameach chatan im hakala. Amen. So the two of you have pledged your vows today. You've exchanged rings. You've been blessed with the 7 blessings. It's my honor to pronounce you, Shawn and Diana, as husband and wife. And I'm going to offer a blessing upon the two of you. Do it from the book of Numbers. It's in Hebrew and in English. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you both. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka. May God's countenance shine upon you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God look upon the two of you with favor and always grant you peace. As a community, we say, Amen. So we take a brief moment to talk about this piece of art here, this beautiful piece of art. Let me show it to our online friends. So this is called a ketubah, for those who don't know. And a ketubah is a spiritual contract. Hundreds of years ago, or in other communities, it may be a legally binding contract, but we call this more of a spiritual contract. It's a piece of art that hangs on their wall, and it is a contract between the two of them. And I'm not going to read the whole thing. It's in Hebrew and then in English, but I'll just give you a sense of the language. At the top, it's got that beautiful phrase, I am my beloved is mine, in Hebrew. But it says, the groom and the bride undertake this pledge of love. They choose each other as friends according to the teaching of our ancestors, who said, acquire a friend with whom you will learn, next to whom you will sleep, and in whom you will confide. There's also a text here from Song of Songs, let me be a seal upon your heart and a seal upon your arm. And the bride and the groom acknowledge the responsibilities of their covenant and solemnly accept the obligations, so this ketubah then becomes valid and binding. It's a more beautiful text if you have time during the walk around to look at it, and it'll be signed by both Shawn and Diana, and 2 witnesses and myself, and it'll hang in their home as a remembrance of this particular moment. So we're coming to the conclusion of the ceremony, and Shawn is about to perform the breaking of the glass. Many people ask, why do we break a glass at weddings? There is a traditional reasoning that has to do with, even at our happiest moments, remembering the destruction of Jerusalem some 2,600 years ago. So even at this happy moment, we break a glass, and that is a powerful moment to remember Jerusalem throughout many of our rituals and ceremonies and life cycle events. But I'm going to offer another interpretation as well. There's this beautiful understanding that this broken glass reminds us that as the glass is shattered into many pieces, so too we live in a broken world. And we are called to help repair that brokenness through our righteous behavior. Just as one might work to gather the broken pieces, so too must we strive to bring unity out of brokenness. So ultimately, a broken glass represents a spiritual challenge. For it is taught that when things fall apart, they can come together at a higher level. And so it is with faith and with family and with love. May your life's journey be a journey toward wholeness. And don't do it yet, but I'm going to place it by your foot. In a moment, you're going to step down and break the glass. When that happens, we're all going to say Mazel Tov or congratulations. And when Shawn breaks the glass, you may then kiss the bride. Mazel Tov.
I love you.
So do you walk this way?
Otro beso. Another kiss. Another kiss.
So if you 2 walk that way.
I want to toast my beautiful bride, Deanna, who's making my life fantastic. And I love her with all my heart. And we also wish that my mother and her mother would be able to be here today, but from heaven, they're looking down at us, smiling. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy.
I love you.
I love you too. Cheers.
So much. Thank you so much. Gracias. Muchas gracias.
Like the bad end is my fault. No, I mean, no.
Hold on. There you go. You're gonna love this cake because you like cake.
I hope so.
Just a minute. Voy. 30 minutes. Good, right?